Another recent arrival amongst the used gear here at Vintage King Audio is this Eventide H3000B Ultra-Harmonizer. Eventide is world famous for its signal processors to make great reverbs and delays, and in the case of the Ultra-Harmonizer, a pitch shifter. If that lead vocal or the backing harmony isn't exactly on key, the pitch shifter can straighten it out for you. All the parameters on this unit are fully MIDI controllable. It's got 16-bit resolution and a sampling rate of 44.1. As you can see on the back panel, you've got balanced XLR stereo ins and outs, as well as connections for MIDI in, out, and through, and you can select the voltage between 115 and 230 volts. The Ultra-Harmonizer comes with 14 preset factory algorithms, and these control the three main functions of pitch shifting, reverb, and delay. And each one of these algorithms has its own separate controls for things like feedback, delay, mix level, and so forth. Amongst the pitch shifting functions, you have diatonic shift, which is the basic one, dual shift, which gives you two completely independent pitch shifters, stereo shift, which requires the stereo input signal, and then the same parameters get affected on both output channels, a layered shift, which just takes the left input and gives you two separate pitch shifted outputs. And then the reverse shift is like the layered shift, except that the outputs are played backwards. So that can give you some cool effects. Amongst the delay circuitry, you've got swept combs algorithm. And that's 6 independent delay circuits, and each one's got a quarter-second delay. And then a swept reverb, which is the same as the swept combs, except reverb is added. You've got long digiplex, which is a single delay line that goes up to 1.4 seconds. And dual digiplex, which is the same thing except split into two outputs. Each one has 0.7 seconds of delay time. You've also got the Ultra Tap, which is a single input, dual output, multi-tap delay. Again, the maximum length is 1.4 seconds. And you've got something called Stutter, which is basically a sampler, has a maximum time of 1.4 seconds, and it does mostly what you would do with a keyboard or sequencer. You've got two different factories. One's called the Patch Factory, and that's got all kinds of different effects mixed into one. You've got a pitch shifter, a couple of filters that you could use for high or low pass or band pass, a couple of delay lines, and a white noise generator. So mixing and matching between those can give you some really cool effects. And then there's a reverb factory, which allows you to change virtually every parameter on the reverb to dial in an exact sound that you want. The final algorithm is specific to this unit, and it's called Time Squeeze. If you've got program material that's too long and you want to squeeze it down to fit into a 60-second spot, this will do it by hooking up to a tape machine that will allow external vari-speed control. And then you can shift your time to make it fit into your broadcast spot. That's where the B comes from in the model name. It's a broadcast module because of this specific extra feature. So you can see there's all kinds of functionality with this unit. You can get so many different kinds of reverbs and delays and different noise and sound effects. It's really a very versatile piece of gear, and it's available right here at Vintage King Audio.